Okay.
Sir, there's a GC right there, Cliff.
Go.
It's piers. They got concrete piers and wood piers.
Yes,
Got
sir.
the checklist. Look, check out the checklist. We
Yes,
got
sir.
it for everything we need.
Yes, sir.
You forget some things sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So this is going to outline, make sure you hit every single thing. What's the
Yeah.
foundation, plumbing, electric, painting,
Yeah.
flooring, everything. So you don't
Okay.
miss anything.
Okay.
You want to make sure you
Okay.
get all your checks.
Okay. Y'all want to introduce you guys to Cliff Hunter. Cliff is a world-renowned flipper. He actually flips. He's also a GC as well. He's a good contractor. When it comes to all of our renovations, all over the nation, you'll talk to this guy right here. What's good, baby? It's your boy Dale. I'm back in the saddle again. Our motto is to buy, build. We already bought it already, so we already own it, free and clear. Refinance to long-term debt, cash flow. That is the motto. Cliff, man, is that a pretty strong motto, man? What do you think?
Man, the model is strong. Like, you're getting each piece of the invest, right?
What it do, y'all? It's your partner Dale back in the saddle again for another edition of Real Estate Friday Live, man. Every Friday at 5 p.m. CST. You come and kick it with your mans and them. If you could, guys, do me a favor if you don't mind. Like, share, and subscribe. And there's a little button no matter what platform that you actually are on. So whenever I go live, or me and Cliff go live, what actually happens is you get a little bit of an alert. You can kick with your partner. It is free, man. They come and hear us talk about important things concerning real estate, guys. So again, guys, welcome to it. Now, guys, we're gonna dive into this. It's just gonna be your partner. You know, it's all okay. It's okay because I still look better than you. It's okay. Don't get mad at me. Talk to Jesus about that thing. All right. But anyway, let's dive this thing, y'all. Hey guys, it's been a very eventful week, specifically in the real estate industry around rates. Around rates, all right, guys, around rates. Now, here are our 4 topics for today. Get your pens and pads out today, guys. We're going to talk about a lot of things, including crypto and how crypto's blending in to mortgages so that mortgages can actually maybe go down a little bit. Man, this is going to be good. So let's dive into this one. Number one, no rate cut from Powell and the board. They said, no, pimp, we ain't giving you none of that at all. That dude ain't playing no games with your mans and them Trump. All right. Number 2, Trump unleashed. That man is not happy at all. I'm sorry, yo. At all, man. Number 3, guys, the media response, man, and it was interesting. What they said, a lot of the conservative, independent, as well as the liberal media was saying the same thing, considering what was going down, y'all. Interesting. And lastly, how does this impact buyers, sellers, and investors when it comes to the market, man? This right here is going to be a very, very, very good one, guys. But hold on a second. Let me give them a little script real fast. But guys, let's dive into this real quickly. We're not going to listen to this boring speech that he talked about. If you want to listen to the speech of Chairman Powell, man, go find them on X or YouTube, whatever it may be, Rumble, whatever. We ain't listening to that boring crap at all, y'all. We're gonna go right into the business people, the ones out there shaking and moving. We'll see what's going on. This is what's going on. It says right here. Segment number 1, guys. Here we go. My bad, y'all. I'm going a little too fast, man. Let me get to it. Here we go. My bad, y'all. Fed holds firm. No rate cut from Powell and the board. Right? Trump is not happy at all, but let's dive into this real quickly. Let's bring up our partners from Value Tamer real quickly. Make them a little bigger than me, guys. This is, they're going to talk about from a business perspective. We're going to come from that standpoint. And then we'll go over to Trump as well as the conservative media, and your boys going to go give people some game on what's going on the mortgage end. All right, guys. So again, Federal Reserve just hit the brakes again. No rate cuts, no change. But Powell, but is Powell's decision a stroke of brilliance, or a policy blunder? We finna see, y'all. Let's break it down, guys. Let's dive into this real quickly. Here we go. For our partners from our partners from Valuetainment. Let's go on. Here we go.
Rates steady for the fifth time this year, but some officials think it's the wrong call. Okay, so this is President Trump's best friend for the last week. They've been kicking it together. All right, they've been looking at properties of spending $3.1 billion on it, patting each other in the back. You know, finally we saw a little bit of Powell's personality by putting his tongue out. Did you see when he did the? Did you see when he did that or no?
We
Very
saw
awkward. But you saw the child side of him. He acted like a 12-year-old. It was interesting. First time ever. Here's Powell giving some good news to nobody.
My colleagues and I remain squarely focused on
Not your
achieving
colleagues,
our
just
dual
say you.
mandate goals of maximum employment and stable prices for the benefit of the American people. Despite heightened uncertainty, the economy is still in a solid position. The unemployment rate remains low, and the labor market is at or near maximum employment. Inflation has come down a great deal, but has been running somewhat above our 2% longer run objective.
Okay.
In support of our goals, today the Federal Open Market Committee decided to leave our policy interest rate unchanged. The risks of higher unemployment and higher inflation appear to have risen, and we believe that the current stance of monetary policy leaves us well positioned to respond in a timely way to potential economic developments.
Okay, so
listen, I'm not an economist by a long shot, but he just said we are kicking ass. Everything looks good, but you never know. Shit might hit the fan, so to hell with all of you. Is that a right angle?
You know, a part of me.
He's right. Vinny, brother. Hey, man, hand clap of praise on Vinny. That's what's going on. That's what this Bama just said. He just said, man, we killing the game. Everything's going well. I'm loving what I'm seeing. But tariffs may do something. And so we're just going to not do anything at all and keep them the same. Now, y'all, I'm glad he said that because let's go to the facts real fast. Let's go to the facts, y'all. Okay, get your pens and pads out. I actually researched a lot of this, and I said, you know what? Let me see how many times this Bama has lowered the rates. All right, let's see. All right, so I looked up Chat GPT, because you know I want to get to the information real quickly. Now watch this, y'all. I want you to pay attention to this, okay? The last two times that the Federal Reserve Chairman has lowered the rates, all right, write this down, is September 18th, 2024 and November 7th, 2024. These are two dates before the election, right? Now, how many times, what was the cutting rate? Well, the September cutting rate, he went down half a point, right? Or 50 basis points. And then on November the 7th, 2024, he went down a quarter of a point or 25 basis points, right? So you're looking at 75% cuts or 75 basis points, right? That's what has actually happened now. He cut it. Now, guys, watch this. I get numbers, data, facts. All right. What was the inflation rate at those times? I'm glad you asked. Y'all. On September 18th, 2024, the inflation rate was 2.4%. Thus, he cut it by half a point, 50 basis points. In November 7th, 2024, right? That's the day after my daddy's birthday. What you say, Chuck? Yes, sir. The inflation rate was 2.7%, right? And I want you to pay attention to those really quick because he cut it on that day, 25% or 25 basis points, right? So a total again of 75 basis points or 75%. A cut. You have the inflation rate now. Now watch this, y'all. Watch this. Now, when did President Trump get elected? He got elected January 20th. January 20th. Okay. That's when he got elected. Okay. Let's see You know what I'm saying? What were the inflation rates from now, from when he got elected to now? Not just now. All right, here we go. April 25th, the inflation rate was 2.3%. No cut. Okay. May 25th, inflation rate was 2.4%. No cut. June 2025, inflation rate is 2.7%. No cut. As of yesterday, right? Yesterday, what was the inflation rate? 2.7%. Let's rewind this again, y'all, for the folk in the back row. Folk in the back row, y'all. What was the rate, guys, in November, right before the election, and September? Let's go back up to the top for the folk in the back row. Let's go over there, guys. What was it real quick? Let's go back up a little bit. Here we go. It was 2 point. Come on, Dale. 1 second, guys. Here we go. It was 2.4%, right, in September 2024. And November 2024, 2.7%. Let's go back down. Let's go back down. Yo, let's go back down. What were the rates again, Liddell? April, 2.3%. May, 2.4%. June, 2.7%. July, 2.7%. Why? What information did he see that caused him not to do any rate cuts? Now, folks gonna say on the liberal side, tariffs. You know what? I give you that fact. Okay, tariffs. Now, he got into office January 2025, right? Right? So on that first April one, rocking with you. Okay, new tariff play. Let's see what's going down, y'all. Because when he got into office, my man went to tariff play immediately, right? Okay, but you want to see what's going on, no problem. After the tariff play, right, that business model had been rolled out, the inflation rate was 2.3%. After President Trump unleashed the tariff business model play, it went down. From 2.7 to 2.3. Okay, now let's see what happens now. In May, 2.4%. The tariffs are still there, right? No cut. And then, June, 2.7. July, 2.7. It seems to be that the inflation rate has not been going up at all due to any tariffs. So what information has this Bama been reading that has caused him not to cut, even though we have evidence of this Bama cutting the rates when it look the exact same as they are right now? I am confused. We have more money being invested by countries, right? More jobs being created by companies, right? Right? Deals being done, trade deals being done because the tariff play is working. So I'm confused, Chairman Powell. Let me come a little closer for the folk in the back row. Chairman Powell, I'm confused, big dog. What information are you reading to allow for you to come to this conclusion? Because what you're saying by yourself makes no sense at all on no levels. None. I'm using your data, sir. Your actions. It seems to be this Bama is being political. And there's been 2 dissents on this latest Fed decision. The first time since 1993. 2 have dissented and said, no, I think we should cut at least a quarter, maybe even half a point. First time since 1993. So again, Chairman Powell, pimping. Big dog. My homie from up north in D.C. What you seeing, big dog? Let us see what you seeing, big dog. Because what you're saying to make no sense. Because if you heard what he said, everything was going well, but I think tariffs may be inflationary, so I'm going to not do anything at all. Scared. Trash. You scared. Go, move on. It's time to go. But he ain't going nowhere. Because his time ends in May of 2026. He ain't going nowhere. And the president has no authority at all to fire him. None. And he knows it. So he plays his game. Now, folks are saying, where you going to cut in September? Nope. I don't believe that until I see it. No. But I digress. Let's go back to this. Now, I want you to listen to Patrick's assessment of he's actually cool with him not cutting the rates. And there's a reason why. Here we go.
Is so happy he's not lowering interest rates.
Why?
Do you know why?
Why?
Okay.
But was I right for my assessment of what he just said?
But listen, he could have said this in 5 seconds. We are not lowering the rates.
Peace out.
Done,
Slap somebody in the back.
Yeah. And maybe he could have added, screw you, Trump. Like something like that. Stick his tongue out, right? Which is really what he wants to do.
Man.
But you know what part of me hopes he holds out for the rest of the year?
Why?
Let me tell you why. Because to me, I would love for rates to not be lower till 2026. Why? Because I believe 2026 is going to be the greatest year of our lifetime.
Really?
I'm telling you.
Okay.
U.S. 250th birthday.
Yep.
Trump turns 80.
Yep.
World Cup's coming here.
Holy moly.
And someone's going to have to keep lowering interest rates. Market's going to go bam.
Oh, wow.
Money's going to be made in every way. Dow record. Every day. S&P record. Dow record. NASDAQ record. Bitcoin record. No. It's going to be all of that. Powell, keep it going, buddy. Keep doing what you're doing. Because by 26, someone's going to lower the rates. And when they do, it's going to be boom, like this. The day the announcement's made when they lower the rates, market's going to skyrocket. I just hope it's not till 2026. And by the way, to my real estate friends, don't come slashing my tires. Don't come protesting outside of our office. I'm telling you right now. And no, I'm not buying a house right now from you. Okay, so don't call me. All I'm telling you is I want the story. And I think the story for 2026 is going to be awesome.
It is.
Powell, keep it going, buddy. Please. Tom, your thoughts on this, and then Tommy, I'll come to you.
Well, what was really funny, I was talking to somebody and watching it live yesterday, and I immediately tweeted out as soon as I heard him say that. And I turned to the person that was in my office, and I said, did you hear that? Did you hear that click? What's that? The minute he said rates stable, I heard a click. You know what it was? Trump hit caps lock. I said, stand by. We're gonna get tweets overnight. But what's interesting?
Did he actually tweet about it or no?
I have not seen.
He truth socialed this morning.
He did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you
He
find
called him
that?
an idiot and a moron.
Did he?
And
He did?
the worst
So Tom,
ever.
there you go.
Was it in all caps?
Stand by.
Tommy, was it all caps? Do you know?
I think there
don't
were some
know.
caps in it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it was truth social this morning.
Oh, there he is.
He is too late. Oh,
There we go.
Stupid.
So I was prepping for podcasts and I didn't see that one first thing in the morning.
Too angry, too stupid, and too political.
All caps. So I was right. So what's very interesting is there were some people out there that felt there should have been a cut now. Most notably, folks at Schwab. Schwab published a paper yesterday that said, look, the pace of consumer spending has slowed, job openings have slowed, and we are seeing bulk layoffs. Microsoft said that we're reconstitutioning our workforce with AI. 9,000 people were laid off. I believe it's 3 weeks ago with Microsoft. So Schwab was saying, there's data out there that says that perhaps the economy could use it right now.
Sure.
And what was interesting, there were two dissenters, one more prominent than the other. The two dissenters that said they disagreed, that they thought a quarter point now, were on the Fed committee, and it was Christopher Waller and Michelle Bowman. Now, Michelle Bowman is more significant. You know why? Because Christopher Waller is known and has been leaking and speaking to friends, allegedly. And Christopher, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to upset you, but your name's been put in the hat by proxies and people around you. You'd like to be the next chair of the Fed. And we all know why, because you're serving us very, very well as part of the Fed. You're a smart person, and you're like, hey, I'd like that next job. That's completely normal. So people kind of discounted Waller. Well, Waller's trying to do that to lean with Trump. Now, who knows if that's the case, or Waller just really believes the economy could use a quarter point cut, perhaps. But Michelle Bowman to come out and say, hey, I do think the economy is ready for a quarter point cut, I thought that was very significant. And the CME FedWatch tool, which I watch a lot, and I also keep my eye on what's called the dot plot. And for those of you scoring at home, these are just tools where people are monitoring the Fed, and I do it and talk about it so you don't have to. The FedWatch tool says we have a 68% chance now of a 25 basis point cut in September and another 65% chance of a 25% cut in December. And the dot plot is going to be updated right now. I think it's stuck on its May update. That's where it is. And then, yep. And now CME has got a couple different audiences that it tracks. And there's an audience that Rob just put up that thinks there's a 60% chance. So that's what's going on. Now, people talk about mortgages a lot. Affordability in housing is tied to the price of that house, because the price you pay dictates the property tax, and property taxes have gone way up for consumers since 2021-22 because the price of the house went up. Then to ensure that, your homeowner's insurance goes up because you're insuring a more valuable property. But people are forgetting, so interest rates can help unthaw the market, but you also have the Trump budget needs these rates to come down for the interest on the debt, which is in the Trump budget. Also, Kelly Loeffler's been doing a very good job at SBA with her team. She needs interest rates to come down because she's got money that she wants to loan out to small business now on more favorable rates with more favorable programs for small business America. And the Trump administration is trying to get that out. So for everybody that says, oh, BizDoc, you go on and on like this, the home values are making it expensive. Home values are part of affordability. Correct. I get it. Property taxes, insurance, I get it. But the interest rates is sort of the entry cost to get in there, and that will help thaw it. But there's other things that are going on there that are very important to the administration that they want the rates to come down.
What do you think about this story?
Well, I'll tell you.
So again, real quickly, come back to me real quickly. This gentleman is being extremely political, guys. The reason being is because of the fact that I believe that he does not like Trump at all. Because it's not making any sense at all. What Linda just said here, and I read it again. Trump appointed Powell. Yes, he did. Now Trump needs to replace Powell. Unfortunately, he cannot. He can't fire him, but he has to wait for either Powell to step down, or he has to wait till his term ends, which is going to be in May of 2026. Highly evident this bastard is intentionally hurting the U.S. economy. I agree. Powell appears politically Democrat-driven. I agree 100% with you. I agree 100% with you. He is being extremely political here. Extremely here. And then I love what Tom talked about. Talked about how Kelly Loeffler, the SBA secretary, wants to give out loans. SBA is giving out a lot of money right now, guys, but the rates are so high, it's kind of making it economically impossible for a lot of business owners to get money from the SBA, and that's the cheapest money you can ever get. SBA, it's cheap. Does that make sense, guys? This guy's being an asshole, and he knows he is. That's what I'm saying. He knows he is, but guys, it's all good. And now let's hear what Tommy says about what's going on with Donald Trump, because Trump responds to this in Trump fashion. Here we go.
I understand why President Trump is frustrated, and I think he let it be known, total loser, and our country is paying the price. President Trump hates to see America in any way lose, or what he...
Let's read this together, guys. Jerome, too late Powell has done it again. He's too late and actually too angry, too stupid, too political to have the job of Fed chair. He is costing our country trillions of dollars. He is. In addition to one of the most incompetent or corrupt renovations of buildings, correct, in the history of construction. Put another way, too late is a total loser, and our country is paying a price. Spoken like Trump, boy. Wow. Keep going.
Feels is losing. Everything under his control is America winning right now, economically. They said the tariffs were going to cause some kind of apocalypse. That didn't happen. Real wages up, GDP up. Things are looking good. They said when we started deporting illegal aliens that we weren't going to have a workforce and that everything was going to collapse. No one was going to pick the vegetables. Okay, that has yet to happen.
Correct.
Trump's instincts have been correct. This is the last thing where he's like, I got the big, beautiful bill. I'm giving no tax on tips, overtime, Social Security. Now I need this. This is the final piece of the puzzle, and it frustrates him, and I get it. I love your optimism about 2026, by the way. I think that's great. We can hold on till then, I think. But I understand Trump's frustration. And to your point, the small businesses that are like, things are looking good. We want to expand. We want to hire more. We're so excited right now. They're chomping at the bit to get going. And President Trump wants to see that for them. So it's frustrating for him, but I think it's a game of chicken. And Powell doesn't want to be the one who caves to Trump.
Right, and costing our country trillions of dollars. That's the interest on the debt that's part of the Trump budget.
That is correct. He's spot on.
So there's so much conversation about Trump being a dictator. Trump's an authoritarian, and he's going to be a king.
Listen to this.
He can't even control his own appointed Fed chairman.
He can't.
Let's not forget about that. For all the people out there that think that Trump is just some authoritarian dictator, he can't even convince the person that he put in place as the Fed chairman to lower rates, even after calling him out, calling him a loser, calling him stupid, calling him too late, saying that he's the worst person for the job. This is why I love America, because Jerome Powell will look at Trump and be like, yeah, I don't really care what you have to say, buddy. I actually respect that. I actually love that. Do I think that it's time to lower interest rates? Possibly. The Fed has two main jobs: to cool inflation, which is at 2.7%. Their target rate is 2%. And to keep America working and make sure that the unemployment basically stays where it is right now. Don't look now, but America's doing pretty damn good. All the talk in the spring about America going into recession, that conversation's over. Stock market's at basic all-time high. Bitcoin at all-time high. GDP per capita, incredible. Strong dollar, consumer confidence. The VIX is very low. The Fed fund rate right now is at 4.5%. Prime rate's at 7.5%. The United States economy is the envy of the world. And I think Jerome Powell, as much as Trump hates him, kind of knows what he's doing. I just don't know if this is personal, political, or if it's straight economic.
Adam, come on, bro. Adam, big dog. Can we get some evidence of knows what he's doing? Because I just presented a pristine details and facts on this being political. Just rewind the tape, like your partner talking. We got data, facts, numbers. Come on, we got to be honest here. Now, could he be right? Sure. Could tariffs go up? Sure, it could. Has it happened? No, we have enough of a data points to kind of predict what's happening. All he's been doing is saying, I believe tariffs is going to make things inflationary. It didn't happen. I still believe it didn't happen. I still believe it didn't happen. So when do we stop listening to your belief system? Because your belief system has been wrong these couple times. For 5 times now. Been wrong. So again, it's you want us to operate by your belief system, but your belief system has been wrong. So it's time to either you step down, right? Change course or something else, because your whole belief system is trash right now, because it's not based on facts, it's based on your emotions. It's trash. Horsemen are garbage. Sorry. Come on, Adam. Let's stop it. Come on, Adam. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Come on.
We'll wait and see what happens in September, right?
Yeah. I mean, look, to me, even though Tom is saying there's 2 more, the 65% chance September, and bless you, and 1 more in December, I'm hoping it's just 1 instead of 2. And the president has to realize he's going to be president for 3.5 more years. Okay.
Closer to 3 years now, sir.
I know, but it's still 3 years and 5 months. But he's going to be in there for nearly 3.5 more years. Midterms are not till when?
November.
Okay, so imagine they do only 1 rate increase, rate cut in December.
Wait a minute.
And then the market goes off in the year of midterms.
Whoa.
Record breaking. Guess what's going to happen with House? Guess what's going to happen with flipping some seats?
Whoa, wait a minute.
I actually would like the momentum to not happen until we get closer to midterms.
If that happens, this could be a calculated risk, a movement by the Fed chairman that could cost the Democrats the House and the Senate again, because his term ends in 2026 of May, and there's another Federal Reserve Board member. His term ends in what? February of 2026. So you have 2 spots coming open, the Fed chairman and the Fed governor. Trump can appoint them both. Let's say hypothetically that what Patrick is saying is correct, and the new chairman comes in there and cuts rates and we take off. Boom! All of a sudden now, who keeps the House? The Republicans. Who keeps the Senate? The Republicans. Who gain the seat on both the House and the Senate? Republicans. Who begins to win state races? The Republicans. The county races? The Republicans. City races? The Republicans. New York. Hello. You got a big mayor race going on right now. If that happens, y'all in some trouble. You're in some trouble. Again, this could be a calculated move by the Fed chairman if he's being political, which he is. That could cost the Democrats everything. Gots to be more careful. That happens. Gots to be more careful. Now, guys, let's go into this next one, guys, real quickly here. All right. Now, I'm going to get rid of this real quickly. Next topic. The media begins talking a little bit, guys. Let's read what's going on with the media. 1 second. My computer's tripping right now. Give me 1 second. You're just not going to move. Just not going to do it all year. Nope. Thing said, no, I'm not moving at all. Nope. There we go. My Lord. Okay, here we go. Guys, here we go. The media, guys. The media response. It says media voices are calling foul on both the conservative, independent, and some liberals. Yes, they are. They said the Fed missed its chance, and now Americans will pay the price. Here's what they're saying, at least concerning the rate freeze. Let's go into a debate. It's a debate right now on CNN. Right? And I'm bringing this in real quickly, and it's your boy Scott Jennings. Man, Scott Jennings I ain't gonna lie, I enjoy Scott Jennings, y'all. He all right with me. This cat, man, be filleting people, man, when it comes to debating, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's killing it, guys. So let's go ahead and listen to your boy. Listen to him real fast. Here we go.
Well, I would just like to go, but I'd like to build a DeLorean and go back to April when everybody here was predicting likely to cause a recession. Investment stops and a recession happens. They're not talking about a U.S. recession. They're talking about a global recession. Lead to recession. Eventually, there being a reception. So very cleverly.
Context, guys, real quickly. Context. This gentleman here, let me go back real quick. This gentleman here, the one reaching for the guy right there that's reaching. He's an economist. By just saying that, I've lost respect for this man. I'm sorry. But he was the one saying that this is going to lead to a recession. These are terrible deals. They're going to work it out. Tariffs don't work. And now what's happening, that's not happening at all. And now Scott is literally reading what this Bama said and watch the response. Right? Now get this. This guy here, Scott, he's a conservative. This guy here is liberal. This guy here, liberal. This lady here, liberal. This guy here, Shamichael, is a conservative. This lady here is a liberal. She's the host. Watch what happened. Let's start it over again for the folk in that row. Let's listen. Here we go.
Well, I would just like to go, but I'd like to build a DeLorean and go back to April when everybody here was predicting likely to cause a recession. Investment stops and a recession happens. They're not talking about a U.S. recession. They're talking about a global recession. Lead to recession. Eventually, there being a reception.
So very cleverly. Hang on a second. If he's chosen to,
I just want to point out.
Just a second.
You called the recession. You took your shoe off.
Would you like to see that again?
You took your shoe off. You brought the
15% shoe.
You took your shoe off and you said there was going to be a recession.
Listen, Scott,
GDP is 3%.
Too early to give a final verdict.
Right, Scott,
it's too early. Just a second, Abby. He's basically calling me out here.
Yes, he is.
It's too early to give a final verdict on the tariffs.
What?
You may wish to. But at the moment, it can't be said what the long-term effect is going to be.
I am just...
Richard, you a coward. You're a coward, Richard. You're a coward. I gotta say what you a coward, big dog. Let me tell you why you're a coward. You've been wrong about tariffs. It's rare evident to see. I went through all of the inflation numbers from 2024 on here, post tariffs, right? You've been wrong the whole time. You said, Richard, brother, you said we've been in a recession. Are we in a recession? No, not at all. You said there'd be inflationary. Had there been inflationary? No, not at all. So listen to what this economist said. This is why I said I lost respect for him, is because he then said we can't come to a conclusion on the long-term effects. Trash. You say, man, I was wrong. You know what? I was wrong initially, but I'm still in a wait and see type of scenario, so that if something happens, I can say, you know what? It started off strong, but then what happened is we saw some inflationary issues. We got to make a little pivot here. No, this dude said, I ain't saying nothing about me being wrong, because I'm still right, because we haven't got to the end of this thing. You trash, man. He was going to be the same. He's going to be saying the same thing from 3 years from now, at the end of President Trump's tenure. Same thing. We can't come to a conclusion. Even in 2028, 2029, 2030, it's the same thing. He's going to be saying the same thing. We can't come to any conclusions at all. Trash. These are what I mean by economists. They are 99% wrong. These are theorists. These are theorists. They're theorists. These guys get paid to sell to you. All they do is study all these books and this history. No real world experience. They ain't built no company. They ain't paid no damn taxes. They ain't paid no payroll. They ain't bought no investment properties. Plural, right? Built no companies at all. Nothing. These guys are paid employees with benefits. That's all they are. This guy's he's employed by CNN. But he's an expert in the economy and built nothing. That's why I don't listen to these Bamas at all. These are paid salespeople. Come on, you use a coward, man. Let's keep listening, though. It gets gooder. It gets gooder.
Journalist, and all I can do is read the economic data.
It's a bit of a stretch.
3% GDP, trade deals, record high in the stock market.
Come on, these trade deals are garbage.
This Bama just said, again, Richard, your boy Richard, you know, the paid salesperson that names himself economist. This guy says the trade deals are trash. So, Richard, were things going so well before? Tell us, Richard, how the previous trade deals were better than the ones we got. We will wait. We'll wait, Richard. You won't know, because you're a coward. You're a coward. That's what you are, Richard. Salesman. That's what you are. Paid salesman.
Actually, much simpler.
Garbage. Yes.
Hold on a second. It's much simpler than this. Just one second, because I think it's super important to understand. Scott, what was happening in April of this year, 2025? What was happening then? What did the president announce on that week, the first week of April? What did he announce?
The president was implementing
his
Scott, tariff agenda.
And what were those tariff levels?
And well, they were different for different countries.
Okay, so
but every single person predicted calamity. Calamity.
Scott, you can't skip steps here.
And
what were those tariff levels?
They were different. He had a chart.
Not just different. They were 2 to 3 times higher than the current tariff levels. Did those tariffs go into place, Scott?
It's different for every country.
Scott,
it's different for every country.
It's a simple question.
So because Trump's tariffs were higher than the previous tariff levels, that makes it bad. Quick question, baby girl, host of CNN, another paid salesman, right? Did the tariffs do two things? Well, one of the two things. Did they cause an inflationary event? Number one. And number two, did they cause for the opposing parties, the negotiating parties, to come to the table and renegotiate better terms for America's interests? The second one happened. And there was no inflationary event at all. So your whole theory here, again, theory, no real world experience at all. Theory is because the proposed tariffs that Trump was proposing was higher than the previous ones, that makes it bad. Trash.
Did those tariffs go into place?
He has delayed some of the tariffs.
Yes or no?
He has delayed some of the tariffs, and he's made deals, and he's implemented others.
Did any of the tariff levels that Trump announced on that week, did they ever go into place?
Some tariffs have been implemented, some have been delayed, and some deals have been made.
The answer is they did not. They did
not.
Some
tariffs have been
implemented. All of those.
Some tariffs.
So what she's doing is she's picking a time frame and say, well, they may not have been in effect at the time frame. This is the stupidest question I've heard in my life. So because you put the time table to where they may not have been implemented because it was used at a negotiating type of scenario. That makes it back. Man, these people are garbage. This is the thinking that we sit back and watch. This thinking. Man, come on, man.
All of those quotes.
That's why we have all this money coming in.
We have them here.
Even you said
you're playing with numbers here.
We have them here.
No, back in April.
Let's read it together. The U.S. economy shrinks as Trump's tariffs spark recession fears. NPR. This was April 30th, 2025. Let's read through all this mess. All these paid people and with these headlines. That's NPR. Financial Times. Economists, salespeople, paid salespeople with benefits, warn Trump's policies will trigger inflation. And this was in November 6, 2024. Did it happen? No. They need to be fired. All right? Because none of them came out and said they were wrong. They all need to be fired. Financial Times. Fire them all. Replace them. All right? CNN. Jamie Dimon continues to warn of recessions despite pullback in China tariffs. May 15, 2025. News flash. Why didn't you put up what Jamie Dimon said recently, ma'am? He said he was asked to keep going with the tariffs. That's what Jamie Dimon said. This same person that you quoted changed his whole tune. The same person. Where's the headline at? You just gonna forget about that one? No problem. CBS News, Trump's tariffs raise odds of U.S. recessions. Wall Street economists, again, salespeople with benefits, economists. This was April 5th, 2025. Trash. They wrong. Fire them. They need to go. Fire them all. Fire them. All right. AP News. U.S. and global economic outlook deteriorates in Trump war. I can't see CNN something. This is April 24th, 2025. Again, this was made by the economists. Fire them all. There should be a lot of layoffs right now. Either issue a correction or fire the economists. Fire them. They gotta go. They trash, garbage, horse manure, all of them, and they cowards too. Keep going.
I mean, back in April.
You guys are so mad. Why aren't you rooting for failure? Why does this table root for failure?
Please, because you are saying that you are taking a number of 40, 50, 60% back in April, and you're comparing it to a number of 10, 15% now.
Fine, but it's a strategy to negotiate and create leverage.
Scott, do you see what? I mean, this guy's an idiot. So yes, 40-50% of a tariff threat was present back then. Yes, because it's for negotiating, and because of the threat, it brought the opposing party to the table to renegotiate. Now we at 10-15%, and you say that's not good. Who is this buffoon? How's he on TV? What? Trash.
But that's the situation
we're in today. Okay, here's Michael. I will let you talk, but I just have to say, completely disingenuous.
No, it's not. Y'all stupid.
I'm sorry.
This is dumb people.
Calling for a recession.
People stupid.
Not me.
Give me 1 second.
You called for it.
Give me 1 second. Please let me finish. It is completely disingenuous to suggest that what economists said would happen if Trump imposed 50 and 60%. Oh, let's jump all the way up to 135% level tariffs on this economy would have been a recession. Those levels never happened, which is why there has been.
This has been, oh my God. So wait a minute. So baby girl, what you're saying is Trump said, hey, I'm willing to go up to 130 to 150%. You know what I'm saying? If they don't come to the table and renegotiate, what this Bama is saying, this baby girl said, what she's saying, since that didn't happen, right? That's the reason why the recession didn't happen, because it didn't happen. Oh my God. And why did it happen, man? Because the opposing party came back to the table to renegotiate the deal. What is going on with these idiots? These people are stupid. This is some dumb people. Why do we listen? If you watch the CNN, I'm praying for you. If this is the quality the CNN is putting out, this type of thinking, please. Y'all, we're in some trouble. We're in some trouble. These are some dumbass people. This is the stupidest response I've seen in my life. These so-called economists, salespeople with benefits, and this host, maybe go read a book. Put down social media, put it down, and go read a freaking book. It's the stupid, and she thinks she just asking a great question. What is going on? Oh my God!
No recession.
You sound
so it's
disappointed.
not that complicated.
So because the tariffs did go up to 135%, that's why the recession did happen. Okay. Okay. Wow. Y'all, I have lost so much respect for CNN. Oh my God. This lady, I don't know what your name is, baby girl. I don't even want to know your name. I don't want to know it. Because, I mean, just, wow. This is the most asinine. Well, let's pray for this. Let's pray for these people, man, because I don't know what to say. Wow, the stupidity is breathtaking, y'all. Man, now, okay, y'all. All right, cool. I'm sorry, y'all. I am sorry, y'all. Now, quick question, y'all. Let's go here real fast. Now, quick question. How will this impact sellers and investors nationwide? Now it's your partner's turn. All right. So we call this the counter move section. Okay. What this does is right now the real estate market is very static right now because of the high rates. All right. Properties have been on the market for a long period of time. You know, if you're looking at $300,000 to $500,000, you're looking at about 90 days on the market. That's the average time, if not 4 months on the market. 400,000 up to the 800,000, you're looking at about 6 to 9 months, right? If you're now 800,000 over to 1.5 million, you're looking at anywhere from 9 to actually 10 months up to 14, 15 months. And if you're over 1.5, praying for you. There's been a lot of expired listings, no matter the market, no matter the state, no matter the county, because of the two factors. Number one, the cost of capital is too much. You know what I'm saying? Again, it didn't make any sense for you to go out and buy a home and get a 6.5% interest rate, a 7% interest rate. Would you do that? No, right? Number two, people manufactured cash flow under Biden, right? And they because they actually borrowed more on their credit cards to bridge the gap, because inflation, the wages were not outpacing inflation. So now you have an extra bill that you have to account for, which affects your DTI, right? Your debt to income ratio. So when you actually go out and get a home, it's harder for you to get a home now, right? So the cost of capital and higher DTI ratio. This is the reason why we're in a stagnant place right now. We are now. You heard how it impact buyers and sellers. What about investors, right? For investors like myself, this is opportunity for us. The reason why is because of the fact that longer days on the market, which leads to motivated sellers, right? Long days on the market leads to creative financing deals. Long days on the market means lower purchase prices, because a good rule of thumb, guys, is the higher the interest rate, the more aggressive you have to be on the purchase price. You got to be a lot more aggressive on that purchase price, because if not, what actually happens is you buy incorrectly. You make money when you buy, not when you sell. Let me say it again. You make money when you buy and not when you sell. This is the reason why you have to become an expert at locating distressed properties. Now, let me give you a different view on distressed properties. All right, guys. All right. Distressed properties just did not mean just the condition of the property. That's one way of looking at distressed properties. There's also a financial distressed property, which deals with the seller of the property. This is the reason why you have to become very needs solutions oriented. Because yes, you can see a property that needs to be renovated. What does it look like? Boards on the house, right? High grass, chain link fences that's falling down, fence falling down, bad roofs, burned down properties, bad paint job, right? Overgrown trees, right? These are all over the place. Just as you're doing life, driving around, taking care, going to the job, going to the gym, taking the kids to school functions, taking them to school shopping, right? Going out to eat. Go a different way and just look around your neighborhood. Look around your neighborhood. Look around your city. Just make it a part of your life of just driving around. This is the exact same scenario when it comes to apartment complexes, right? Now, let's go to apartment complexes. A lot of apartment complexes may not look bad from a cosmetic standpoint, but from a financial standpoint, they're in some trouble. The reason why is because in 2020, a lot of these landlords got bridge financing, right? What that means that the interest-only loan, where they refied, right, pulled out some cash, right? But their rate is about 2%. And it was a 5-year balloon. 2025 minus 2020 is 5 years. That balloon payment is due now. But they have to now go from a 2% rate to a 7% rate. Huge jump. The cash flows at its current rental rate per unit is not going to sustain that 5% jump. So now you're looking at a financial distressed property. Do you see the difference? Now the same thing can be happening on the residential end. But again, as investors, we look at commercial and residential. Now what's commercial? Apartment complexes, warehousing, land, office buildings. I don't invest in office buildings anymore because it just doesn't make any sense. A lot of people are doing stuff more remote. If you invest in office buildings, that's fine, but you may want to look at offering some type of remote office service. It's kind of a hybrid to where the clients can come in and use the office when they need to, but also they can work from the house. It's a hybrid model. Regis does this very well. Lucid private offices does this very well. Premier businesses, they do it very well. So this is not uncommon, right? Just look at that if you look at buying an office building. Offer that hybrid model, right? That is it, guys. So again, this is the reason why, guys, when it comes to real estate, this is I breeze over this right now because this is the reason why we actually offer this distressed property free ebook. It is free. We want nothing from you. We want to get you the information. It is free. Do a couple things. Scan on the QR code that's on the screen, or go down in the show notes, guys, real quickly. That's it, and click on the link and go and download the free ebook. It's free. It's free. Or if you can do any of those things, direct message me the word, not in the chat. Direct to me the message, real estate, and my team will get you out the link today. That's simple. It's free. It's free, guys. It's 100% free. All right, guys. Also, now let me go back real quick here, guys. Also, guys, real quickly. Now, let me go back a little bit and talk about the current market analysis real fast. What's going on with the market? All right, guys. All right. You know what? Let me do something else real fast, guys. I didn't have it. Okay, I'll do it this way. All right, guys. This is going to be the current market analysis real quickly, but I have to talk about this because of the fact that what this does is this allows for. Hold on one second, guys. All right. Let's go into what may be happening right now concerning what can loosen up. Matter of fact, let me do it like this, guy, because I want you to see what I'm talking about. All right, give me 1 sec here, guys. Let's go here. There we go. Here's Trump's counter move. All right? His counter move. I want you guys to see this. Okay? Because I said this was going to happen, and guys, it is now happening. All right? Now, let's bring in our guy Mark Moss in real quickly. He's going to talk about a counter move that Trump is doing that makes total sense, guys. This is a way that to counter what Trump believes the Fed chairman is doing by being political concerning the rates. And it really centers around loan products, right? For banks and SBA and the mortgage rates. Let's dive into this. Here we go.
I did the math on exactly how high Bitcoin goes under Trump's new $3.7 trillion stablecoin plan. Now, using the same correlation models that we use inside our fund, I've identified 3 distinct scenarios. And even the most conservative projection is going to shock you, because when you see and apply these proven mathematical relationships to Treasury Secretary Bessent's official targets, we're looking at price levels that will either make you generational wealthy or scratching your head wondering what's happening. Now, I've been building and selling tech companies for decades. I'm a partner at a leading Bitcoin venture fund. I'm an officer of a publicly traded Bitcoin company. Now, this is the same mathematical analysis that we use internally to make million-dollar investment decisions, and now I'm sharing it with you. So let's go. All right, so we're jumping right in, and this is going to be a really fun video because we're going to look at Bitcoin's future potential price, but we use data, we use analysis. This isn't gut checks, this isn't guesses. Now, I do want to say real quickly that this is part 2 of a video, so you may want to go back and watch part 1. We'll link to it down below, but it's about the new Genius Act, which is the stablecoin bill that just got passed in the Trump administration. You have to understand the framework of this to understand, so you might want to go watch it, but let me give you the cliff notes. In part 1, we talked about how the Trump plan, the Trump agenda, needs stablecoins and it needs Bitcoin. In order to succeed, to maintain dollar dominance and get the inflation and growth, they need Bitcoin. The Genius plan could convert up to 3.5 trillion in sterilized reserves sitting in the banks and could send them out into the marketplace to get the inflation and growth. But if we get the growth, then we get inflation. If we get inflation, that's bad, so we need a release valve. Where does that go? It goes into Bitcoin.
Yes.
All right, so you have to go back and watch that video to understand all this with facts and data. And where does this push Bitcoin? Now, there's a bunch of ways. Now, most people go, it's too late, I missed Bitcoin, I should have bought it a long time ago. They think about it in the past. But the interesting thing is when you buy stocks, Apple, Google, Tesla, whatever, the Mag 7, you're thinking about the potential future valuation, right? So how much will Tesla or Apple or Facebook be in the future? So the question is, well, what will Bitcoin be worth in the future? We can look at it from a bunch of angles, and I'll link to some other ways to look at it down below. From a venture capital frame, we can look at it through technical analysis, we can look at it through on-chain data, but today we're gonna look at it through the frame of this bill, stable coins and Bitcoin. All right, so we want to look at stable coins. These are US dollar stable coins. For those that don't know what they are, you give someone $1, they give you a token back that represents the dollar. All right, there's been 5 distinct eras since about 2014, and we want to look at that so we can use that to extrapolate a future value. 5 distinct correlation periods, each one of them telling us a different story, the correlation of how stable coins relate to Bitcoin. A lot of people in the early days thought Tether was creating dollars and pumping up Bitcoin artificially. That's not the case.
All right, guys, let's go back because he goes into deep detail on this one, guys. I want to focus on these points right here, guys, all right? Right here. The Genius Act. Now, what was it passed for real quickly, guys, all right? Maybe a little bigger. Right. You know what? I'm gonna do it like this here. My bad, y'all. I want you to see this. Number 1, it says part 1, Trump's plan needs stables and Bitcoin, which means cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. Why? Trump's whole thing is he wants to do 2 things. He wants to increase the money supply without increasing the money supply. How does he do that? It's only done via cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. That's why you have stable coins and Bitcoin, right? Number 2, guys. Number 2. Now, the Genius Act converts 3.5 trillion into sterile reserves. Sterile reserves means reserves that have not been used yet, right? So what's happening is you have this cryptocurrency there. Where I'm gonna use the word cryptocurrency for both stable coins and Bitcoin in what I'm talking about, right? It's created $3.5 trillion in liquidity there that can be accessed. Right, it's just sitting there. It's sitting there, right? Now, this gives opportunity for growth, inflation, and a release valve. Now, what do you mean by growth? Well, if you can create money with Bitcoin in this way or cryptocurrency in this way, you know, it can cause a inflationary event if it's done the wrong way, right? Notice I said the wrong way. Right? What's the wrong way, Liddell? Well, what causes inflation? Whenever the Fed turns on the printing press, and I'm using printing press as an example, and begins to print money, right? The money doesn't have anywhere to go. And what happens? And inflation, if it begins to happen, it begins to get more inflationary, right? Because why? You're pumping new dollars into let's say a bottle, right? It has nowhere to go. Or to a balloon, it has nowhere to go. So it just expands, and then all of a sudden it pops, right? So the same thing can happen if Bitcoin is done that way, to where, in other words, you print more money to buy more Bitcoin. Now, did this happen? No. All Trump them did was they actually took control, or the government out had control of a $500 million or $500 billion, one of the two, amount of Bitcoin the government seized. They seized what they already had. Now, some was sold during the Biden administration, but a lot of it was not so, which is fine. Well, that pool of cryptocurrency presents a value, hence the $3.5 trillion of reserve coins. Now, how can it be released? Well, simple. Well, Bitcoin or cryptocurrency is a liquidation sponge. Wow. As long as it's like a house. If a house is worth $1 million, right? But you don't access the $1 million, the house is worth $1 million. It's not costing any inflationary event until you cause for money to be printed in a way. But if you leverage that house, right, by pulling out some cash, you didn't create any additional money. You just leveraged an asset already there with the bank loan. That same thing can be done with cryptocurrency, guys. This is the reason why they're saying, hey, don't sell your cryptocurrency. Treat it just like a house that has equity, because crypto has equity. It has a value there. So if the government can incentivize banks to lend more on cryptocurrency at a 56 to 75% LTV, you have created new debt without printing new dollars. That's the release valve there, right? Does that make sense? This is the reason why they're pushing Bitcoin cryptocurrency. This is the check on if Chairman Powell, or the Fed chairman, not lowering down the interest rate. Trump is literally trying to mimic the Federal Reserve System, but with Bitcoin. Brilliant move. Could it not work? Yes. Could it work? Yes. So we got to wait and see. But what it does, it incentivizes for banks to what? Give you a better rate, interest rate. You a better loan product at a lower interest rate. Do you see how this could affect the market? For who? For who? What? It could affect the market, guys, for investors, buyers, and sellers. Guys, they're already institutional lenders giving out loans for investors like myself to buy real estate, and they're doing that via Bitcoin. Already now. Wall Street's doing this now. Now. So this is nothing new, guys, at all. It's just now what's happening is you've been exposed to this. This is the reason why I'm telling you guys, you have to know how to locate distressed properties. That's the secret sauce to be successful in real estate. Buying correct and managing correctly as well. But initially buying correct. Again, scan on the QR code, click on the link below in the show notes, or DM me the word real estate, and my team will get you that free book today. It's free. Let's go. It's free. 100% free, guys. All right, guys. Well, guys, that's all I had for today, guys. Cliff will be back, guys, next week, guys, which is pretty cool. He's out of town handling some business for us as well. But guys, I enjoyed this time frame. It was cool. If you guys are wanting to get it in with Cliff and for him to look at your project from an appraisal standpoint, no problem. He's a licensed appraiser. Guys, go to hunterappraisal.com. Again, hunterappraisal.com, right? and it'll be for you to easily reach out to him and send him over your deal. He'll look at your deal for you as well and let you know how much that boy's valued at. Again, it is so cool to have a licensed appraiser at your fingertips, because you can do your due diligence up front. And guys, let you guys know, we are designing something right now, guys, that is going to be powerful for the real estate industry. And it's dealing with analysis of real estate. You're going to love it. Also, guys, in the next couple of weeks, guys, we're going to be relaunching the Cash Flow Real Estate Community Club, guys. And we'll give you access to what we call our deal flow board. We can't buy every deal that we get. So what if we can just give you the deal and you can look at the deal? And if it makes sense, we can partner up on the deal. Real simple. I don't know about you guys. I would love that. All right, guys. But guys, that's all I have for today, guys. You know I end it every single time, guys. Before you leave, baby, and while you can, you see that thing, baby. Take that picture for your mom and them. Holler at your partner. God bless you guys. See you next time. All right, y'all. Peace.
Hi, my name is Liddell Bugg. Mastering the strategy of locating distressed properties has allowed for me to own about $35 million worth of real estate currently right now. We're talking about new construction, single-family residences, commercial properties, and apartment complex. You name it, I own it. Now, I know you're asking, what does this got to do with you? I'm glad you actually asked. One of the most common questions that I receive when it comes to real estate investing is that they say, Liddell, what is the best strategy I should use when it comes to executing a good investment strategy in real estate? Should I buy and hold? Should I buy and flip? Or should I do a rental scenario? My answer to that question is, why not do all three? But the good thing about it is the investor that masters the art of locating distressed properties will know exactly how and what strategy is the most wisest in that situation. That's the key to this whole thing.
If you wanted to know how successful real estate investors make money with their acquired real estate and not when they sell it, click on the link below or swipe up and download our free ebook, Distressed Property Investing. The blueprint is in the ebook. Stay blessed, holler at your partner, and download the ebook today.
Bless God, give thanks. Bless God, give thanks. Bless God, give thanks. Bless God, give thanks. Big God, big grace.